Hey, all you wrestling fans, that was the big WrestlePalooza. That's it, WrestlePalooza. Yeah, that's right. Who the heck came up with that name? That's a little weird, I gotta say. But anyways, this was really a fun, exciting night out there in Indianapolis. 3 hours difference here from the West Coast because I am on the West Coast and I had to watch it on ESPN. Of course, this was the first PLV on ESPN. It was actually really exciting, I gotta say. But it's very hard if you don't have one of the cable or something like Disney, Hulu, or something like that. This would be difficult because you would have to pay the $30 on top of it to actually get if you want to watch the wrestling, which I find it's extremely difficult. Actually, I'm actually surprised they went this way. I guess they did the deal with Peacock. They lost the deal, but this is the case. It's on ESPN now. I think they have a 5-year contract on ESPN now, so we will begin the PLVs now here on ESPN. So WrestlePalooza, what I like to do is just run down this list with you, the results of what happened up tonight. I'm going to start off, first off, with the John Cena and Brock Lesnar match. I have to say right away, I really got into the how John Cena's entrance actually came out with those little kids. Oh my gosh, that was so amazing and cool. But what's going to happen next? What's going to set kids crying? What the heck? I really thought John Cena would really come up on top with Brock Lesnar, but once again, Brock Lesnar defeated John Cena and made little kids cry. Now it's going Brock Lesnar. But what's going to happen with this as well too is Brock Lesnar, will he stay around? We had a feeling that he was talking to Paul Heyman on Friday Night SmackDown. What's going to happen here? Is he going to try to join the Vision? That would be interesting with Braun and Bronson and Seth if that actually does happen, if he were to join with the Vision. But Brock Lesnar was pretty dominant tonight. Annihilating is probably the word on John Cena. What the heck? I wanted John Cena to win, but tonight was also his 6th appearance, so he's got 5 more left. And I didn't be really interesting when he actually comes back to make his 5th appearance. Okay, so running down the list once again, we got the Usos versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. And earlier tonight, we found out there was a little brawl happening in the backstage area. And LA Knight. This happened to be a special referee to this match, which gave us a really interesting way, which way it was going to actually go. I'm just trying not to get distracted right now because they're actually on the post show right now. So I'm trying to keep my eyes on the camera with you guys. And once again, they are evading the post show with Paul Heyman. So what do you guys think of this match? Did you like this match with the Usos? It was really good to see the Usos tag up once again. How long will the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, be together? And I really feel, is there a possibility? I know I keep on hearing a heel turn if it's going to happen with Jay or someone. With the thing that's going on with the LA Knight and Jay, I don't know exactly would call that a heel. There's just a confrontation of some sort that's happened in the past, and now it's gotten worse. So I don't exactly call that a heel, but I just feel that's a feud going. I feel like a feud's about to happen with LA Knight and Jay Uso. Will that be the next step between this? So we did actually see Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker actually win this match. It was actually really a fun match, I gotta admit. And LA Knight called it down the line really, really good. Towards the end of the match, we saw some incidents coming close with the chairs and everything. Somehow LA Knight accepted those chairs and tables and everything. The table never actually came in though. But it almost did. Okay, so down to the next match. This is the match I was really looking forward to tonight because it was Io Sky against Stephanie Fakura, if I'm pronouncing her last name right, which I hope it is. We have no women's champion before tonight. And now this match was the match to determine who would be the women's champion. And this was probably, I would have to say, I know I have a couple more matches to talk about, but this is the match of the night for me. This really went back and forth, and I really have to give credit to Io Sky and Stephanie Fakura actually showing what they are capable of with great wrestling. But Stephanie was the one that came on top. I want to say congratulations to our new women's champion, Stephanie Fakura. And I just got to say, Io Sky, there has to be sometime soon that she will be on that Hall of Fame because she's incredible. You got to remember, she had the belt for over 200 days this year. A little more than that, actually. She is impressive. And Io Sky really gave everything to Stephanie, which I thought this was really the way this match should be. So going down to this next list, There was only 5 matches, by the way, tonight, and it seemed to go over 3 hours long. Actually, I think it was 3 hours, 17 minutes, something like that. Okay, so the next one was the big couple match with CM Punk and AJ Lee facing Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I know, sorry about that. I wanted to do a video with the return of AJ Lee, but I was on vacation and I tried to catch up, and this turned out to be too hard. But this is my chance to actually talk about AJ Lee now, because I'm really excited to see her come back after 10 years with, if you guys are familiar, the CM Punk and AJ are actually married, and it was actually really cool to actually see AJ back in the ring once again. And once she actually got into the ring, it took a while because Seth and Becky actually did a really good job of pulling CM Punk away from her AJ from actually coming in the ring. But when she actually did, that crowd went wild, and I went wild here just as well too, going yes, yes. So I really thought this match was actually a really long match, but I was really surprised with that. Went over a half hour, maybe a little more than that, and it created a great feud between these. Does this mean that since AJ Lee just beat Becky Lynch, will she get the possibility of getting a shot against the Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch now? There's a chance. I know that. Okay, so before we go to the last match of the night, there was a big thing that really happened tonight. Anytime when I hear his music, I'll always gotta stand, especially when you hear that. Dun, dun. You know, the theme, The Undertaker, would come out. And the cool thing about The Undertaker actually coming out tonight is the fact they played his Rollin', song with the motorbike, but he did not come out with the motorbike. He actually came out it doesn't seem like The Undertaker, because this is the character we see when these wrestlers are not exactly in what's a good word that I actually describe this? In character, actually, that's a good one. We got to see the real side of The Undertaker, the way he spoke. I'm so used to hearing that dark feeling, rest in peace, everything. But that was not the case tonight. But the big special thing about this segment was Stephanie McMahon being by ringside. And we find out our first Hall of Fame for next year, for 2026, which is Stephanie McMahon. So I want to say right away, congratulations to Stephanie McMahon for being the first woman in the Hall of Fame for next year. And of course, next year, as WrestleMania will be back in Las Vegas. I don't know if I will be returning, because I gotta say those were pretty expensive tickets last year, and I kind of saved up for it. So I kind of lived that moment from last year. So I'll probably be watching it once again at home. That way I can have my front row seat here, just watching on TV. Okay, so we are going to our last match, Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Another match I was really looking forward to. With these matches too, I kind of had a mind of predictions, which I never actually shot out to you guys. Well, I do apologize for that. I was actually predicting Drew McIntyre. I was really hoping he would get the chance, because he's been screwed. I shouldn't really say screwed over. He just been losing the match after match with the championship matches, and never got the chance to actually win it back ever since during the COVID, when there was no crowd, just the television screens in the arena. He had the champion back then, but now I was kind of hoping he would have got it. But what happened in this match, Drew McIntyre got a little cocky. And you guys remember what happened a couple weeks ago when he did put Cody Rhodes away. He tried doing that again tonight. And of course, the best of him, he ruined his ankle, or his bottom of his leg. This where the match really, Cody got the upper hand and won this match, and he retained his belt. So once again, Cody Rhodes is our champion for tonight. And who will his next opponent? To tell the truth, I would like to see these two actually face each other again. I felt that all the matches were really good tonight, and I felt that there's a little more with the Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre thing. I'm ready to see a little more than that, if you see the possibility of that. The only disappointing match of the night was, believe it or not, was with the first match. It's just not the fact I want John Cena to win, of course, but it's the fact this match only lasted like 15 to 20 minutes. I'm surprised this match did not go longer. I was hoping for a lot more. And Brock Lesnar seemed to be on top of his game, of course. And of course, I said he made little kids cry. Why would you do that? Of course, the camera angles, I have to get the kids actually doing that. Ah, come on. Okay, so these are the results of WrestlePalooza tonight. I really hope you enjoyed the event. Leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. Other than that, my name's Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and just let me know how you like the WrestlePalooza. Palooza. Who came up with this name? I don't like it. It's like WrestleMania, but why just come up with a WrestleMania 2 or actually that already happened. So you have to follow the different category that I don't know. I don't like that. WrestlePalooza is the way you say it. I know, I'm just being silly. But I just would like to hear from you guys. How did you like tonight's event? Did it live up to your expectation? And once again, I just wrap things up. So I'm going to say, my name's Ryan. Thank you for watching. And have a good night. And I hope everyone's safe out there. And I'll see you guys next time for more wrestling talk. See you guys later. Bye.